Hey guys, it's Tori from Calypso Creative Planning. For today's tutorial, we're going to take a look at some tips and tricks for setting up one of my 1 month planners for how you want to use it for the month. So this came from a challenge from someone in my Facebook group. So I'm kind of turning it into a challenge me / tutorial. So stay tuned. Okay, so if you have been following me for a while, then you probably know that I love to create a new undated 1 month planner with pretty much every new collection. This is especially true since I started my subscription back in, was it May? So if you have one of my subscriptions, there's two different bundles that come with a 1 month planner. There's obviously the planner bundle and the deluxe bundle. So if you don't know about 1 month planners and you've been curious and you're like, what's the point of a 1 month planner? That's kind of what this video is about. I've done some other videos in the past about some of my 1 month planners and setup videos and all that, but I know that there's a lot of new people to I don't know, my community, my following, however you want to word that. So when this challenge showed up in my Facebook group, it sort of seemed like the right time to kind of go through this again. So the way that my 1 month planners work is they're undated, and just like the 1 month planner, okay, words are hard. Okay, just like a year-long planner that's undated, you can use it for any year that you want. So with a 1 month planner, you can use it for any year and any month. You could use this same 1 month planner for all 12 months of the year if you just really loved the setup and the look and whatever. Or you could use this one for November, use a different one for December, and so on and so on and so on. The trick is to save the original blank copy somewhere, either on Dropbox or Google Drive, OneDrive, or have like a blank folder in your GoodNotes for like the blanks. In last week's video, I think it was last week's video, I shared part of my setup in GoodNotes, and in my GoodNotes, I do have a folder here called Original Blanks. So that's kind of what that folder is for, so that you can, you can just take one of your undated planners here. You can see lots of 1 month planners tucked in here, and just duplicate it and rename it for whatever month that you're currently using it for. And then you're starting fresh whenever you need to. So that's kind of like the easiest way to do it. So you can rename it up here. So you could put like in the beginning of it, just put like the year and the month that you're using it for. That's kind of like the easiest way to keep track of what you're doing. And then as long as you have that blank copy, you can use it over and over and over again. And most of my 1 month planners for a while now, I've been doing any start, which means you can use them if you're a Monday start person or a Sunday start person. You just date it and label it however suits your planning styles. And I feel like that makes it even more versatile. So I'm kind of gonna give you some tips and tricks on how, if I were using this for November, how would I use it? Like, what's the best way to set it up? So first off, I would probably come in here and label it as, let's see, start a text box. Come on. Hey, there we go. Okay, so November 2022. Ignore my handwriting. And I am going to change the color to white so it stands out. And GoodNotes is doing this thing now where like you can only change one property at a time without it being all like weird. So if I'm changing my font, I do that and then I come back and I'll change my size. And just remember, if you change your font size and it does this where it just kind of disappears, go to your line spacing and change that there. Now, I could just leave this here as this size, or I could come in and resize it. I don't always like to resize this way because GoodNotes can kind of get a little squirrely. But if I was using this for November, I would definitely do this. And then I would probably also grab one of the mini calendars for the month. Let's see what color is this. Okay, so that's light colored. So I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to paste it. It's going over here. So I'll probably do that so that that's just kind of like, you know, my thing. Now, you can decorate this. You can set this up however you want. There's tabs over here that are like blank. So this allows you to use these dividers however you want. And they come with just like a few blank pages in them. And so you can just start right away, or you can just go to the templates and fill those sections. Either way works. So here's one thing. If you pick out like titles for your sections, they're not going to automatically copy to every single page. So my suggestion is if you have something that you want to go on every single like side piece or the tabs or whatever, same if you're working with like a different style of planner that has, you know, tabs over here, like traditional tabs, get those set up and then you just copy and paste them to the other pages. So like, let's say I'm going to come in here and I'm going to, I kind of want to turn my iPad, but that would kind of throw you guys off. I'm going to label this here. Zoom out. Okay, so let's say I want one section to be a journal. Okay, and if you want the font to match, by the way, I don't know if you're a stickler for that, but that's Oswald is this font. And I kind of want it to like fully match. So journal, and let's see. I don't know what size font. If you want it to, you know, feel the same, just kind of play around with this. Let's see. I feel like that's probably good. If I come in here and like move that over there. Yeah, okay. So that, if you're looking to do this and you're using this exact planner, that's size 65. And because I am a perfectionist, I'm going to size my text box so that that goes in the middle. And, you know, I'll probably move it like that. So now that I have that set up, oh, not open link, quit that. I can come in here and just pop on a few extras. And then, you know, because I have my formatting all good. And then I can rename those. Okay, so I'm going to rename this one and I'm going to do, oh, let's do all caps. Forgot, I want all caps. Okay, so I'm going to say daily for this one. So daily, journal, and then maybe I'll do this one as books. Damn it. Books, okay. And then this one as health. Sure. I don't know. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what page templates I included with this. So let's see. Did these, oh, there we go. I'm going to do this. So habit and finances and that. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to tap this to go back to the cover since this is where I'm doing this. So instead of health, I am going to do, I'm going to do finances. Oh, come on. Oh, financial. There we go. Let's do financial. That sounds better. Okay, so now I have that all labeled and you see it looks all exact. Now, if you wanted a different font because you want it to stand out that those are your customized ones, that's an option. And I'm going to come over here to the decorative book and I'm going to choose one of these. I'm going to choose this guy. And I'm also going to decorate here. If it goes wonky, switch to the image tool. There we go. I like that. That's cute. Okay, so like I said, if you want these things to show up on every page, then you're gonna have to copy this. So I'm gonna use the lasso tool and I'm gonna copy. And then you would just go through every page, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but at the same time, like you want it to show up. So, I mean, you kind of need that. Now, what you could do is if you didn't want to do this like all at one time, like if you did not have the patience to do this, then my other little trick here is to go to your templates section and paste it here so that this is kind of like your go-to, and that you could do, you know, anytime you need that, you just copy it from there. Or you could go through and like label all your templates, and then, you know, then when you copy the page, it's already there. Or you can, you know, just if you want to get all, you know, ahead of the game, then you could just go ahead and just, you know, take the time to label this, and, you know, you're just setting it up first thing. So it's not like you have to do this all the time. And like if you decide to use this for another month, you can, you know, just copy these and paste them again. But one beautiful, beautiful thing about using a planner like this with these customizable tabs is that, let's say these tabs work for this particular month, but the next time you go to use this, they don't work. Like they're like, you realize you don't need a journal section, or you don't need, you know, a book section or whatever, then you don't have to keep those. You know, you change them. If they were already labeled on those tabs, then you're just kind of stuck with them. So I'm going to skip ahead and I'm just going to go to monthly, because that just one page. Wow, I really skipped ahead, didn't I? Okay, let's not get lazy. Let's just do this. Just go ahead and just do this. All right, so let's see. Did you guys hear my dog is making this weird noise? I think my dog just woke up from a nap. Okay. I mean, this part, honestly, it can get a little tedious. Now, if you're wanting to use this planner and you're like, I don't need these extra sections, then you don't necessarily have to worry about this. You know, just if you decide, let's say you don't decide what you want your sections to be until like halfway through the month, and you're like, you know, the first time you use that section, maybe you're like a week into the month, then label them then, and don't worry about the pages that you've already passed unless you just really want to. You know, it's just totally up to you. So, all right, so you get the idea for this. But definitely go through and do at least this page so that you can just copy and paste this like to these other pages that you want to use later. Like you can always just paste these at whatever time. It doesn't have to be right away. So, all right, next step would be, so you've got, let's see, for monthly, I labeled this and dated this with this overlay from the subscription. So it looks like this. And so you could just date this however you want. Now the subscription does come with a Monday start and a Sunday start overlay. It's dated for that current month. So if you didn't want to use that, then you would just date this however you wanted. And my next step for setting this up is either to label these tabs, these sections, so you don't forget, or to go ahead and kind of like number ahead. That's really up to you what your planning style is. So let's go ahead and label these tabs. And keep in mind that this is just how you could do it. That doesn't mean that it's like a must, right? I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this guy. Oh, and this is the Regina font in my shop. If I wanted it to match exactly to the planner style, then that is a different font. But I really like this font, so I'm going to go with this. Oh, well, I already labeled that. I was not thinking clearly. Let's take this off so that I can paste and I get all of this. And the reason I did that is so that I can grab this guy. I'm going to change the color and I'm going to say daily. Oh, that's terrible handwriting. Gosh, okay. I'm going to center that. Maybe I want that just a little bit smaller. Okay. All right, so now I have this labeled. I'm going to knock stuff over. Now that that's good, I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to skip ahead to this one. Go away. Skip ahead to this one and label it. So this one's going to be journal. And I think I'm going to, oh, hey now. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Stop it. Tap out with your finger if it does that. So I'm going to color that and change that to white. And then we're going to skip ahead to the next one. I'm going to paste and change this to books. Okay. Skip ahead to this one. And then I can change this to financial. Okay, obviously we need to change the size a little bit there. Oh, maybe not. That'll fit. Okay, so now that those are good, I think the next step I'll do is, since I have those labeled. All right, so for the daily section, all these sections come with like these just blank, just like the grid paper in there, but to fill it out, you would go to your templates and then you would select your daily page. And I'm going to paste this because this is the daily page I want to use. I'm going to delete that and I'm going to select this again to copy it. Okay. And well, I'm just going to, I guess if I copy that, that doesn't matter. So if I copy this page, I can go back to my daily section and I can add this page right behind there. Now, if you're wanting to use this again, do copy page and then paste page, because if you just come up here and say use the current template, then you're not going to get any of this extra stuff that you've added. But if you move to trash, if I were to copy the page and then paste the page, then it comes in with your notes. So that's your little tip about using the page templates if you have these things already labeled. So I'm going to copy this, go back to my templates, and for journal, I've got a daily journal page and a weekly journal page. So the weekly is kind of like one of those photo in a day and like blurb in a day So I'm going to, first let's paste this. There you go. Copy page. And then I'm going to go to journal. And I'm going to paste it multiple times so it fills up this section for the weeks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now that's all ready. That whole section's ready. And I could come through and delete these extra pages if I didn't want them, or I could just leave them in case I want them in the future. But my suggestion for working with page templates, since those page templates are obviously not linked, you can't just like click and go right back to it. Hit the bookmark, the little favorites bookmark for your current week. So when you go to your little gallery view and go to favorites, then this is your current week. So once this week is passed, then you can unfavorite it and then favorite the next one, so that that's what shows up in your favorites. So you could do the same thing for, favorite your monthly calendar, and then these link to the week. So favorite your current week, so that all those things that you're currently using are right there. Just like with your daily page, if you inserted one here, if this is the current one you're working on, favorite it so you can just come right back to it and it shows up on your favorites list. And so you just unfavorite it when you're done with that day or that week, and then favorite the next one. That way you always come back to the place that you need to be. So, okay, so for books, if I go to, let's go to templates. And I know that I haven't labeled the book pages yet, so I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go to book tracking. And this could be like the books for the month. And since I know I'm going to use these two, I'll go ahead. My dog is whining. Can you guys hear her? Ashley, honey. Shush, shush. Okay. Since I know I'm going to fill my book section up with these, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to copy this page. And I can go to my book section. And I'm going to paste it, and I'll go ahead and bookmark that. If I go to templates, but honey, I'm recording, so shush shush, please. Shush shush. Okay, where was I? Okay, copy page, and I can go to my books, and I'm just going to paste one of these for now so that I can copy and paste this page if I need another one. And I'll do the same thing for the book profile because I don't know which one I would want to use. So if I just go ahead and have both of them in here, then they're ready to go and I can just copy it and paste it as I need more. Wait, hey, can you chill, please? I'm recording. Goodness. Okay. All right. So financials, I mean, you guys get where this is going. If I do this, I need that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get, honey, do you need to go outside? Is that it? Oh my gosh, hang on one moment. Let me take her out real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, all right, I'm back. Little potty break for the pups. Now they're taking a nap. Okay, where was I? Okay, I think I was working on the financial section. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to copy these so that I can go to my finance page and paste that in there. And I'll do this one too. This is the account activity tracker. So kind of like a checkbook register type of situation. So I'm going to copy this page, go to financial, and I'm just going to paste it right there. And then account activity, copy, financial, and paste it right behind here. So I would also favorite these guys so that they show up in my favorites list. Okay. And then I think next would be weekly. So let me make sure that I have this. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on every page. So this comes already loaded with my weekly pages. Should be, I don't know, 5 or 6 of these. I think there's 5. Now I had someone ask me, so there is 5. I had someone ask me about doing the 1 month planners with 6 weeks instead of 5. So if you have one of those months where you end up with, like, you know, it starts on a Sunday and then you have some overflow down here. The reason why I do it at 5 weeks is because if your typical, like a wall calendar or something, or your typical little pocket calendar for your purse or something like that, there's going to be 5 weeks in there. Because if you get to, like, let's say you get to, okay, so October, for example, that last day of October was a Monday. Well, you most likely would not plan October in one month planner and then start a new 1 month planner for November because it starts on a Tuesday. So you would, you know, like this, start it on that day. So that's kind of why I figured that, you know, going 5 weeks instead of 6 is that, you know, that 1 or 2 days that may roll over, you're going to roll over into another monthly calendar instead of having like a partial week. And how I typically would divide up mine is that whichever of the majority of the days, whatever month that falls in, that's the month it goes in. So like this one, if there's only 1 day in October, this first week would go for November. Does that make sense? So like this one is kind of, you've got 3 and 4. So I might put this last week as the first week in December. It just depends on, you know, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, whatever vibe I have. So, but that's kind of why I did 5 weeks instead of 6 weeks. Now, if you want to request that, and if I get enough requests for it, I'll do it. But that was kind of my reasoning, if that helps. Okay. So with this 1 month planner, these are all linked, and that doesn't happen all the time. Like if it's a 1 month planner that comes with like a huge page template list, then the weeks might not be linked. But with this one, it is. So what I would do next is I would do placeholders. So because I know that I'm going to change up the style of my week. I'm going to do a different color scheme or a different theme for that week. So I know that, like, if I go in and put in stickers for the dates, then if they're, you know, pink for this week, it may not match, you know, pink for the next week. So what I typically do is I'll come through here and, like, if I were doing this as like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then this would be notes, or if I did it as, like, you know, some of my other ones would be like this would be notes, and then this would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the weekend is together. Whatever your style is, just, you know, go with that. But what I would do next, if I had an undated 1 month planner that I wanted to set up and get prepared for the month, if I had my weekly page templates all picked out, like this one, it's the same week every time, so you don't have to worry about picking out your weeks. But if it was a planner that instead of having the weeks all linked to the calendar, you picked and choose, like, you know, you could have a different page template each week, depending on the planner that you're using. But what I would do, just to make things easier for me, is I would go through here and I would just be like, you know, just date these. And yes, I know it's sloppy and it doesn't really matter how pretty it is, because when it comes to actually doing this week, designing this week, planning out this week, I would replace these with stickers. But having it dated like this, just going through and doing this allows me to just like, if I have, something up on the 16th, like if there's a party, I can just quickly come in here and write that. And it's like semi-dated for me so that I would decorate it when the time came. But if I needed to throw down notes, I totally could. Wow, this is like really sloppy. But, like this one, the subscription goes out. Okay, so I could just go through here and quickly just like throw these on here, and not really have to give it too much thought, not worry about decorating it, and just worry about decorations, when I get ready to do that week, when I get ready to plan out that week, But if I was doing like, doing it this way allows you to have it set up for those days so that if you have something, you just throw it down there and just decorate it later. So like, to give you an example of that in another planner, this is my current planner. So I guess I should have said this before. Disclaimer, this is not the planner I'm using for November. But with this one, like if I go to, let's see, this is like bookmarks. Okay, these are my bookmarks. There you go. Okay, so what I've done with this one is I've gone through, and this one is dated for Q4, but I've gone through and just like thrown in things here and there that, I need to remember are happening. So by doing like your dates ahead of time, even if they're just sloppy, just throwing on there, that allows you to have that ability to come in and, just throw in dates here and there. And so if you're doing like an undated year-long planner, it's, that's kind of a pain in the ass to like go through and like date every single month. So you're most likely going to do, just the month that you're currently in, or like 2 months ahead or something. Because like, I know I wouldn't have the patience to go through and like date a whole planner all at one time. So I know if it was a year long, I would just do like 1 or 2 months. But with this, it's just 1 month. So you can just like date all of these so they're ready to go. So if you need to throw in, notes, you can. You can just be like, here, this is this. You're like, dinner with Bob or something. I don't know who Bob is, but, if you needed to remember, there's a football game this day or whatever, having like these dates just kind of like thrown on there allows you to do that. And then that way, when it actually comes to whatever week it is, so you guys are going to see this week, I don't know. Okay. So you guys are going to see this week. You can just decorate it, set it up, add your stuff, all that kind of things, when that time comes. But throwing these dates on here, I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. I hope that's not annoying, but okay, that's it. That's enough of that. What else about this planner? Okay, so the rings take you back to the front cover, and let's see, what else? This little guy, this little calendar icon will take you back to the calendar page. So if you need to, go back and forth, reference that. That's that. You've got like a quick notes area here, details, yearly. I think I went through most of this on the collection video, but this is how I would go about setting up a 1 month planner. But remember, the trick is keep that original blank so that if you want to use the same planner, you love this, and you don't care if it's Christmas next month, you want to use this fall planner again next month. If you have that blank, then you can just copy it and rename that copy and start using it. So if you guys want me to do a tour of my GoodNotes, I can, but like I have a folder for each year. If it's the current year, I have this little asterisk so it goes to the top of the list when I sort by name. But, you know, I have these other ones. And like if I go to 2021, I had several 1 month planners that I used. And if I go to 2019, oh, that's a long time ago. 2020, there you go. I had lots of planners that I used here, but by having it organized by the years, I can keep track of that, and having the original blanks in here, I can keep track of that. Obviously, I use the original blank to show you guys so you can see that my cover is now changed. But that was just because I was just showing you guys. But yeah, okay. Hopefully, I feel like this video is kind of long, but I feel like I'm doing long videos all the time now. Okay, but hopefully that kind of like explains how you can go about setting up your 1 month planner and how you can use it for more than 1 month. And I know I have more videos on here with this same sort of thing where I set up other planners, or I set up like one or two of my DIY planners for a month. So check out those, do a little search, or I'll try to like link some in the description if I can remember. Fingers crossed, we'll see. But so if you need a little extra step on those, check those out. Okay, I guess that's it. I guess that's all. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have another challenge that you guys want to throw out, we can do that. I've got one more that is a recent one that the planner spread for that challenge is already done. I posted it in my Facebook group, but I do have that recorded, so it will hit the channel. I'm not sure when, but it will hit the channel soonish. Don't hold me to soonish, actually. It may be next month when I do the plan with me. It may be that week, like the second week. Next week's video is a new thing for those book lovers out there. It's a new book journaling type of thing. So it's a surprise. I mean, you'll get a teaser this week. There should have been a teaser. Oh, it's so weird to record so far in advance. Okay, so that's it. Okay, I'm out. Bye. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.